Hello friends, today we are talking about 3D assets that I'm currently making for my project. Let's first go through all of these that I've made in the last month or so, and I will talk about each of these. I just first have to say that all of these assets here on this scene currently, these are free assets that I've downloaded from the Unity Asset Store, and I've only modified them slightly, made them more low poly and fixed some problems, and then I have textured all of these myself. So first we have this very basic two-story house. You'd probably end up finding some of these in like one of the bigger cities like Morningstar or Amber Bay maybe, or something like that. Maybe the capital, the New Dawn. Then we have this little cornfield. This was very interesting to make because, or like modify, because originally, well, all of the assets that I downloaded were labeled as low poly, but these were not very low poly because these were very detailed. All of the leaves had like geometry to them, like they were very detailed. They still have some detail, but now they're only planes, and like that all of these have been made like more low poly and more like performant for the game. There's some stairs, there's carrots, and I have to say also that these aren't in any, like these are in very basic like order that we have going through like structures and stuff like that, then like some food stuff, storage, furniture, some misc stuff, weapons, and then plants and other landscape items. And the reason why there's like maybe only a few of the some, like these houses, and more of the others, because I'm going through this list of 1700 3D assets that I downloaded from the asset store, and I'm currently going through them. I have went through like around 300 or some or more, and I have textured I think over 200 of them at this point. And I'm basically just going through them in alphabetical order, so some of the assets were like started with numbers, and now I'm going through A and B and C, and currently I am going through D. Like basically just going down the list one by one, checking how they are and what I need to do to them. Most of the assets I've had to like modify because a lot of these have like useless geometry, like this one had all of these like parts inside that you wouldn't be able to see ever. I'm still trying to like figure out what to do with the black spaces, because I just put them there to like show that they are open and you can basically like maybe see there or get in there, but like I need to figure out what to do with them. They probably won't be just black like this, but I'm still figuring that out. Okay, where was I? There's some fences, some smith equipment, doors that of course you are able to open, some ruin parts, bridge, another big door, some pillars and stuff. And these were more like desert themed buildings, like sandstone or something like that. Then there's food stuff. There's like different cauldrons. There's all these breads and soups, and this looks delicious to me, this soup in this cauldron here. There's some storage items. I think this turned out pretty nice because, you know, they look edible, I'd say. They look cute. Like, yeah, don't they? I like them. There's bottles and potions and these kinds of things in different colors, of course. Different types of like plates and cups and bowls. Then there's like, we go to the storage spaces, like there's shelves, there's crates and boxes and barrels and chests, most of which you can open. There's a treasure in there, but if you don't want the treasure, you can just, hold on, you can just get rid of it and put something else in there. I don't know. Yeah, you can open these boxes and you'll be able to loot them. I think the big box here is actually the only one that you can't open, like this, which is fine. And then there was this little one with a treasure inside. Yeah, I've worked on this for the last month or so, and I've gotten pretty far. I'd say like it's been pretty hard work, but still I'm only texturing these and modifying where needed and fixing the errors in those. It's actually pretty funny how much errors you can actually find in the free Unity Asset Store assets. And then there's some, like this table, this has this completely useless geometry here, like this little broken part of the table. I really don't need it, because you know, you won't be able to get that close with the player to actually see much of it. And there's different chairs, I can easily change the colors if I need. Then there's these couple, I might just change color on one of those. These I'll probably have to do the texture for these again. This is some old graphic that I used, but this is the symbol of Valo, the supreme god of my realm, of my world of Aura. And then there's like this hanger stuff. There's like firewood. I don't know what I think about this, it's very basic. Some work tables, beds, very basic beds, fireplaces. There was this ram head. This was very fun to work with. It was quite high poly when I started work on it, but I managed to get most of the geometry out of the horns and such. This could be like in front of a ram or just as a decoration, I suppose. Then there's like lighting stuff, lots of different candles, different like holders for the candles. These are pretty nice, I'd say. I like this a lot for some reason. Chandelier. Then there's this random stuff. There's different tools, different like metal bars, keys, coins, crystal ball, crystal, buckets, anvil, and I guess the anvil could stand on this thing. There's some like coil things with some rope and stuff. Different, just a lot of different things. Books. I think these turned out pretty nice. Grinding wheel. This is pretty cool too. This, I don't think, yeah, this is just a single object. It doesn't actually move. I could make it so that this is like separate object and you could actually like roll it around. Weapon stands. It's a trap. Some pretty nice axes, I'd say. This turned out pretty good. I've kept like the similar style on all of these. And I like the dagger too. Then there's some bushes. I think the pixel size on this might be a little bit too big compared to the others, but it's fine. This plant is quite nice. I also like this one. Then there's this. This is just a random flower I had, but it looked about similar what the original cactuses had. Cacti, whatever. Yeah, I think they turned out pretty nice. And you know, you have to remember, you won't be able to see them as close as if we go like this. We will be, as the player character will be like, okay, cool. And I think the best part that I've like made so far are these trees. These are wonderful trees. Also from these I removed some unnecessary geometry, but mostly the actual tree trunks were pretty good. I removed the leaf parts, or only the plain parts that should maybe have had more like graphic, like a texture on them. But I removed those and I think they work just fine as like this, and I could use these to make some creepy forest place. Yeah, and some rock formation. That's been work for the last month or so. Like there's quite a bit of things that I've made. I've also fiddled around with battle system for the game within the past month, and it's a lot of work, but we'll get there. And yeah, it's gonna be more detailed than in the last game, that's for sure, but still it won't be the main focus of the game, just so you know. We're still focusing on the story and like the storytelling and stuff like that. Yeah, I think this just about wraps it for this showcase. It's been a lot of work, but still so much to do. From the 1,700 there's still like 1,500 left, so a lot of stuff to do, but still from those probably at least a couple hundred of those objects might just go into trash. I won't need them, I won't use them, I won't do anything with them. So this will be like the base. Like when I have all these 3D assets like textured and fixed and modeled, I'm going to start building my maps with full steam ahead, because you know, I think it's easier for me to build the maps that I've planned when I actually have all the assets needed for them. And when I start to build maps that don't have those things, it's harder for me to like focus on just that one map, because I know I'm gonna have to go back eventually. I can show you a bit of Haven, like the... Hold on, I accidentally closed the scene tab. I just wanted to go full screen and remove the grid. Yeah, I just started working on Haven. It's at this little town in the north, the northernmost like human settlement of Aura, and yeah, there's just one house and a windmill, and I put the fence around the place. But this starts to look like kind of cool. At least I like the there's a lot of trees and like the mountain range you can see beyond. I think that I'm not sure if I'm gonna change the pixel size on the background there, but I think it looks nice. And when I get to like actually build this town completely and have all the roads connected properly to different places and houses and have like people walking around, it's gonna be great. I trust my abilities to make this like a cute little town. Put some smoke rising from the chimneys and it's gonna be great. But yeah, that's it for this video. Let's talk about some other stuff next time. And yeah, thank you for watching, and if you like what I do, remember to support me on Patreon and buy the previous game, play the previous game before you play this one. This game is still a far ways away from being complete, as you can see, but it would be preferable if you played the first game before the second one, because it is very story heavy and you probably wouldn't be able to tell what the hell is going on in this game if you start this like first. But yeah, thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.